This image is part of the non-violent sit-in protest. The person sitting in the middle is a student Virginia Thornton, practicing not to react to smoke being blown in his face. The time period of this image is 1960. This image is part of the student-directed campaign for African Americans to be able to sit with white people in public restaurants and department stores in Greensboro, North Carolina. The campaign soon spread across all of the South. In the image, the student that is getting smoke blown in his face is at a workshop where the Lawson and Nashville student movement would prepare students with self-control for when the sit-ins are simulated. Students during the sit-ins were directed to sit at the counter quietly and wait to be served. Often they would be attacked and have stuff thrown at them. This is where the workshops help students be prepared for that. 6 years had passed since the landmark Supreme Court decision, Brown versus the Board of Education, declared segregation in public schools unconstitutional. The 4 young men, freshmen at North Carolina Agriculture and Technical College, remained seated until closing time and returned with 300 more students a few days later, determined to integrate the whites only 5 and a dime. A historical connection is the origins of the sit-ins came from when it was first used on a large scale in the United States during the United Automobiles workers' strike against the General Motors Corporation in 1937. In 1942, an anti-segregation sit-in was staged by the Congress of Racial Equality at a Chicago coffee shop. Both African Americans and white people became involved in it. The purpose of this image is to show the dedication people had and how important this was to them. The reason I chose this image is because I was interested in learning more about the civil rights movement, and I think what those people did was a hard thing to do, and I admire them for doing it.